efficiency. It's a bit of a weird choice, but I still think it's kind of okay for us. You would also be really nice for an encirclement. But yeah, we now outnumber them. We can probably victory point rush a little bit. New senators have been elected. Who's now in charge? Still controlled by the Republicans, not a huge surprise. And Lyndon B. Johnson has won the election. Across America today, tens of millions of people have lined up in churches, libraries, schools, and community centers and exercised the right to vote. In Dixville Notch, in Hart's location, New Hampshire, that old-timers gathered to their town's ballot rooms at midnight. They can be the first in the nation to vote. Throughout the day, pundits of all three major networks have speculated on who will be clinching the victory in the Electoral College. Will it be the brash populist coalition, the NPP, or the staid, embattled, but still strongly incumbents of the Republican Democratic Party? LBJ has won with 382 of the electoral votes. So, I mean, LBJ, I'm assuming, will become president. What is it, like January something? You don't have a battle plan. You actually come up to here. And help maybe get an encirclement on this guy. Alright, you were 10. Keep your distance. Because they don't have the troops necessary to fight us. Okay, we'll get a little bit more war support because people like that we're actually winning. Put some more factories here. And you know what? Put some more in some tanks as well. Why not? Check the Senate numbers. Okay, well, we'll see who actually has the Senate. Right now, we're at 61 for the Republican Democrats, 37 for the NPP. So I think the Democrats have, or the Republican Democrats have lost a little bit of seats. Really, so like, when will you capitulate? Not you. Yourself is Africa. You're going to come here to here, to there. And if we can take this province, that's going to start at least another, like, 5 divisions, which is pretty nice. Crunching numbers at dusk. McCormick had never seen so many numbers in his life. At least, like, 1 trillion. That's a pretty big number. Right now, as the rest of the country headed out to the polls to cast their vote in what will become the most divisive election in living memory, all he could do was sit and examine the endless sheets of paper stacked out on his desk. Newspapers, stat sheets, communiques, all from across the country. The contents of the papers were varied, but in each of them, he had circled the particular stats he was looking for, the polls. The New York Times said the RDs had a good chance in Iowa, while the Boston Globe predicted a bloodbath in the NPP favor. Pollsters in Illinois seemed confident the Republican senator would keep his seat, but the news from Louisiana was not so encouraging. Endlessly, McCormick gorged himself on poll numbers, feeling his heart sink at every poor showing and subsequent soar of every promising result. Yet he felt himself growing increasingly frustrated at the pollsters seemingly incapable of agreeing with one another, and the final result was unclear as ever. The uncertainty made him feel sick to his stomach. He knew that he hadn't always made the right choices, and the NPP were stronger now than they had ever been before. Nixon and Kennedy were the reason he was in this mess. Yet history would remember him as the man who made or broke the Republican Democrats. As the night wore on, the official vote count began. McCormick felt his eyelids begin to drop. Resting his head on an open copy of the Washington Post, he felt his thoughts and fears ebb away as sleep finally took him. He resigned himself with the knowledge that he would wake up to a brand new president, whoever that might be. He almost denied them the supermajority. Advisors to a cause. In the wake of the German Civil War, Albert Speer's government has sent us requests. Knowing that we have extensive military knowledge, they are asking to send over home more of our more experienced advisors to help him in winning the opposing forces. Well, how are you actually doing? You're doing okay. Sure, we'll send over some advisors. We'll see how that actually works for us. The tank is almost in position. Go here, actually, because if there's actually nobody in these provinces, which there might not be, then that's going to be a very easy encirclement on another, what, 6 divisions here? Yeah, no, there's actually just nobody here. Then we'll just easily go take that. We go 1, 2. And if you would just let me take this province. Okay, not what I was wanting. Actually, it was in fact quite bad for us. I want you to go here, 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 and Luanda. You will take this city, that city, here, here. So the plans backfired a little bit. I'll admit that. So I lost a second tank division. But that's, we have so many tank divisions. We can send more in the future. Can I actually send more units? I can send 2 more because you're dead, which is my own fault entirely. So hey, you want to give me another 2 tank divisions, please and thank you, so I can send those over to Africa. Because once you capitulate, I mean, how many men do you have? 5 to 9. You're not really like the biggest threat here, but I think you're the only one with actual aircraft. Yeah, without you, there's actually nobody else who has air superiority around here. So send you guys up towards the north. And how are you actually doing in terms of your victory points? You're almost dead. Luanda should actually be the end of you. How's Spear doing, by the way? He's doing completely fine. And after you're dead, well, where do I send you? Polls are updated. I don't know if the polls matter anymore because I don't think there's an election happening at this point. And I really don't need to spend any points on this, really. But subsidized business in hand out loans. Smuggle more weapons to Germany. And the election is in. So actually, did they change now? Or was it the same? The upcoming race. Yeah, 382, 152. Yeah, so they almost lost a supermajority, but... Oh, you capitulated! Oh, fantastic news. Okay. Well, let's delete all your old orders. You're now going to come up to this guy. The presidential election season is over. America has decided the victory speech and party of the winner has taken place, as did the most somber concession speeches of the defeated candidate. Plasma ballots have been counted and certified, and the election in 1964 is over, and the president of the White House has been determined for the next 4 years, and the Congress of the next 2. While there is still the meeting of the Electoral College in December, it is then the inauguration on January 20th to make everything official for the history books. For many people, the new presidency begins. If re-elected, current presidents will just carry on with his regular duties. But if the new president has been selected, then the lame duck will hold the fort, issue his pardons, and work for the president-elect to ensure the transfer of power is smooth and uneventful. Maybe begin planning his later life after ascending to the highest office in American politics. The Daily News is now back to its regular crime, scandal, foreign crisis, and fluff pieces that have been shuttered to the side in the past few months, and soon the campaign will be a distant memory, only for historians and nostalgic staffers to look back on in the future. Thank you for the follow. Hail to the chief, whoever that may be, which I already know is going to be LBJ because we've already had the election. So now that you're here, we're going to go boop, boop. Take all these cities, please. And go to Libreville as well, because actually it's worth a decent amount of points. You are going to drive to, let's say, these other random cities. And hope that's enough to capitulate this guy up towards the north. Because now with you gone, we should absolutely have superiority in terms of numbers. Yeah, 15 to 21 to 20 to 34. And that's including these guys actually being surrounded, which is nice for us as well. When's our reinforcements coming in? They'll be arriving in tomorrow. That's quite nice for us. Now you're in Cape Town. Can I actually send you to this port? Cannot say. Okay, no. So just come up to this guy, please, and thank you. And I don't think they have any units up here, so it should really be just a clean sweep. Because the war, yeah, discontent for the war will fall a little bit. You are Central Africa. Do you spell Central with a Z in German? I guess so. Okay, so we have some German troops moving into the area. Unfortunately, unsurprisingly, they don't want to just like lose their country immediately. Go up to Libreville first. Like, go to here, and then to Libreville, and then make your way back down towards the south. Our extra tank units are moving into the area. So we're looking good. Like, it is a very nice lake. Hopefully enjoy it when we can. You guys go here. Front line like this. We're going to be taking some major cities. So what's like 30 victory points isn't actually that much. We're actually only getting it down to 35%. Not to the more traditional 20. So that's nice for us. South Africa has moved some units up towards the far north. And Cape Town hasn't fallen to the enemy, so I see that's pretty good for us. If you do win, make the really good idea of the Central African Republic, sure, why not? OFN mandate time. Like yeah, like this is really nice for us, for sure. And let's look at you up here. Like, do you have manpower and stuff? 31, 29. You guys actually don't have manpower. Spears Germany is actually the one like in the best situation, I would say, at the current moment. Yeah, you're taking all these. I mean, 10 victory points is like okay. So assuming your current cap, like, what is your capital now? Yeah, it is Libreville. But Libreville won't be standing for a while. You're gonna be there in a week. Yeah, so you'll be there in 1 more week from now, which is okay. I'm sure like South Africa's probably gonna move some troops into these areas, what they really shouldn't be doing, but you know, it is what it is. Where's our 4th tank? Please make your way here. Just for right now. South Africa has moved a lot of troops off of this front. I mean, that's kind of okay. Not a huge deal. And actually, you're going to take these cities for us. So it's not so bad. We'll actually send you over here now then instead. And take one more look at you. Got you down to 70%. Okay, quite nice. Inauguration Day. Lyndon Johnson, the trustworthy new face of the Republican Party, took an oath this morning at the Capitol, who was formally inaugurated as President of the United States, with thunderous applause from thousands gathered on the mall. Stepping onto the podium, President Johnson faced television cameras, and spoke to the nation. My fellow countrymen, the oath that I have taken before God is not mine alone, but ours together. We are one nation and one people. Our future as the people rests not on individuals, but on all citizens working together for a greater cause. Our nation's journey towards a great society shall continue on, always trying and always gaining the cause to build a greater America for those who will come after us, so they will not have to suffer the same injustices that plague so many Americans today. In a land of bountiful wealth, people will go hungry. In the land of bountiful wealth, people go hungry. In a land of peerless scholars, children are unable to read and write. In a land of healing miracles, our neighbors suffer and die. This will not be so. Before this generation of Americans is finished, our enemies of poverty, of injustice, of inequality will not just retreat, but be conquered. When any citizen denies his fellow, saying, his color is not mine, in that moment he betrays America. The Great Society insists upon the liberty of all Americans to pursue happiness, no matter their color. Each of us might find a way to advance the purpose of the Great Society, and it is that of our course abundantly clear. The president stepped down from the podium, smiling and waving to the cheering masses as he made his way to Statuary Hall to enjoy the traditional Congress luncheon. There will be enough time for widespread national change after he has eaten. So LBJ is now in charge. I'm assuming, yes, we have a bunch of new stuff here. We have actually a massive tree. Fantastic. Cheaper fighters is quite nice. We'll at least go for the Johnson presidency. 14 days isn't so long. And with 250 political power we're just going to keep on supporting you as much as we can. We'll also, you know, support the Irish seems okay. You actually go up to here. Take that location. LBJ is President of the United States. Inheriting a war. A painful realization strikes the newly elected commander-in-chief as he takes into office. The war in South Africa still rages on. It will prove to be one of the first issues that require presidential action. It is evident that the longer the war rages, the less favorable the popular... I mean, why would the people not be happy? We're winning easily. The president will save us. Even though we're absolutely kicking their ass. You go to Dilalo. You go here. That seems fine. Got a lot of troops down towards the south. But it's not a big deal. An inherited disaster. I mean, it's not a disaster, though. It's going quite well. Honestly, we don't really need to do any of this stuff. We can kind of ignore it, I think. We're all looking good. You have one troop here in Pot Norte. You guys should hopefully be able to deal with that. How much victory points are you worth? We're 10. Not bad. Also, nobody should be on this front line anymore. It makes no sense for you to be here. Not ignore this. It's not real. Once you go here, you go to there, and then to here. You go, yeah, you're still making good progress. How much actually? You're worth 10, 5, 10. The problem is if you have like too many cities. Have you noticed that? You got too many cities. The inauguration speech. My fellow countrymen, on this occasion, I have taken an oath before you. Is not. Did we already not read this one? No. Yeah. No, yeah. Strong word, strong leader. Did we? Yeah. Okay. Yourselves may be convinced. Legacy of Kennedy. Let's go for... I mean, you're 14 days. And also, 100 political power is not too bad. We'll take it. You don't have any actual plans, so you're just going to go way down into here. That's the border between Ostafrika and Central Africa. I know you don't have any troops around here at the moment, but it's not so bad. You know what? You, for right now, actually come here. I know driving through the jungles, not the best situation for a tank to be in. More people in the Congo, so there's more cities. But, like, couldn't there just be, like, less people in the Congo? That'd make my life a lot easier. You go to here. And then you might as well start maybe pushing away into this country as well. Okay, so Legacy of Kennedy, the mistakes of Nixon. Guess you're going to sit here for now. And did that other tank arrive? Not quite yet, but he's on his way. You are going to cut me off from supplies, which is probably not great. You find this guy. Well, nope, you will not survive that fight. Kind of okay still. Go to Stanleyville. Go to here. Like, what's your problem? Actually, what I should be doing is... all of our aircraft should be just going up towards the north. Yeah, send them all here, please, and thank you. You're making progress. We're technically cut off from supplies. But, I mean, we're actually still looking kind of okay. It just means we won't be getting reinforcements, which sucks, but... it could be worse. And you've got to be close to dying, right? 55%? Okay, not as close as I would have liked. Mistakes of Nixon. Forward together. All is well. And take you. It's going to be another 10 victory points. Like, we're close to winning the war. I think I'd rather capitulate one person first and then kind of move into, Because how many troops do you guys have? You have 10 or 8 to 10. Move up here as well. Okay, no, this Dutch troop is helping me out. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Are you moving? Oh, you're staying in this city. We're actually going to, oh, you actually, okay, we also unified our lines here. Which is nice for us. I'm going to keep on pushing towards you. You're 10, you're 10. 49%. Just die. That's all I'm asking. Like, I don't think it's asking too much. You're not, you don't, just go over here for right now, please. No, you come up here. Take you soon. Do not go down south. Keep pushing your way towards these major cities. And what do we need to do next? Well, Great Society. Let's see what the disaster is. Because right now, like, what is support for the war? It's middling. People are like, I mean, they don't care too much about it. We're supposed to do some more Radio Free Germany. But like most of this stuff, I mean, attack. Division attack. Attrition for heat goes down. Division speed plus 15%. Oh, I mean, I just don't want the war tension to rise. I really don't think we want it to. Weekly stability. But for 30 days, it's only like 3 weeks. Make token withdrawals. We don't want to do that, of course. Oh no, you're worth 30 victory points. You should be what we're chasing after. So if we take this 30, that should be it, I would imagine. You're really not making your way up here? Because you don't want to come up here. Probably because supplies are a little bit bad. Which sucks, but, you know. They have taken more territory back from the Boer Republic, which is just embarrassing for us. We're just kind of entering the stage of a war where it's now just... It's just a matter of time before we win. Isn't it already at 100? Is what at 100? Yeah, let's do the chords meeting. Because there's no reason to... Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oboe is worth 10 victory points as well. You should be getting there soon. Oh, you capitulated. Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, now that you're dead, move our units down to here, please and thank you. You're actually fine where you were. To go boom, boom, and then just kind of go up and around, take these northern cities.